Hi, you're welcome. Today we'll be looking at simultaneous equations. So we have a problem to solve, and we'll be solving this problem using the three methods of solution. So the question is, solve the following pair of equations simultaneously. 7x minus 4y is equal to 23, and 2x plus y is equal to 13. Now, these are the methods of solution we'll be looking at: substitution, elimination, and Cramer's rule. So let's take them one after the other. So the first one is substitution. Let us solve this pair of equations using the substitution method. Now for the substitution method, okay, the first thing to do is to rewrite the equations, the two equations. So we have rewritten the two equations. Now the next thing is to begin to solve using the substitution method. So what is the substitution method? In the substitution method, we are going to make a variable the subject of the formula. The two variables we have in this pair of equations are x and y. We are expected to solve x and y at the same time. But we are going to make either x the subject of the equation or y the subject of the equation in any of the two equations. But first and foremost, let us name the equations. The first equation here will be named equation 1, while the second will be named equation 2. So we have two equations. Now, in the first equation, the coefficient of x is 7, while the coefficient of y is -4. In the second equation, the coefficient of x is 2, while the coefficient of y is +1. Now, it is most convenient to look for a variable whose coefficient is 1, that is unity. Then we pick that variable and make it the subject of the formula. So let's go. Let's look at the coefficient of x in equation 1. It is what? 7. The coefficient of y in equation 1 is -4. The coefficient of x in equation 2 is 2. The coefficient of y in equation 2 is 1. So let us use the y in equation 2 because its coefficient is 1. It is easiest to use a variable whose coefficient is 1 to make that variable the subject of the formula. So what we are doing here is to make y the subject of the formula in equation 2. All right, so what do we have to do? We go to equation 2. In equation 2, 2x plus y is equal to 13. So this is what we have. I'm rewriting equation 2. 2x plus y is equal to 13. And now that we are making y the subject of the formula, it means that we leave y on the left-hand side, but move 2x to the right-hand side. Y equals 13 on the right hand side remains 13 because it's not moving. 2x from the left hand side from positive on getting to the other side of the equation becomes a negative term. So we have y equals 13 minus 2x. And now we can call this equation 3. So we have a new equation in y, and we named that equation 3. So what is the next thing to do? The next thing to do is to put the whole of this expression, y equals 13 minus 2x, in equation 1. We put this value of y, the new y expression, y equals 13 minus 2x, in equation 1, meaning that anywhere we see y in equation 1, we are replacing it with this new expression, 13 minus 2x. And why are we doing that? Why are we replacing y in equation 1? It is because we derived this new equation in y from equation 2. So it is time for us to put that into equation 1. So we can't put it into equation 2 anymore. It's not going to give us any results. We derive this from equation 2. Then this new expression will be used in equation 1. So let's go. All right, so we are using this new value of y in equation 1. So equation 1 says 7x minus 4y equals 23. So wherever we see y, we replace it with 13 minus 2x. Replace y in equation 1 with the new y expression. Okay, so we go straight to equation 1, which says, equation 1 says 7x minus 4y is equal to 23. Now we are rewriting 7x minus 4y means 4 times y. But instead of y, we are using the new y expression, which is given or determined in equation 3. And that is 13 minus 2x. So this is 7x minus 4y equals 23. That is what equation 1 says. Equation 1 says that 7x minus 4y equals 23. All right, now we can solve. That becomes 7x minus 4 multiplies into the bracket, meaning that it's going to multiply each of these terms in turns. So minus 4 times 13 gives us minus 52. How do we do that? The signs in front of the numbers matter first. So the sign here is minus. The sign in the first number in brackets is positive. That's a plus. Minus times plus gives us minus. 4 times 13 is 52. Similarly, minus 4 will multiply minus 2x. But the signs matter first. So minus times minus here gives us plus. 4 times 2 gives us 8. Then we have our x. So minus 4 times minus 2x gives us plus 8x. And we bring down our equal to sign and we have our 23. So we can now collect like terms. Collect like terms. So the like terms here are 7x and 8x. So we have 7x plus 8x on the left-hand side. While on the right-hand side, we are going to have the ordinary numbers. The first number on the right-hand side is 23. It is not moving anywhere, so the sign does not need to change. But the minus 52 on the left is moving to the right. Okay, the sign is minus. On getting to the other side of the equation, it becomes a plus. Now 7x plus 8x gives us 15x. 23 plus 52 should give us 75. When we get to this level in solving an equation, the next thing is to divide both sides by the coefficient of the variable x. The coefficient of x here is 15. So we divide the left-hand side by 15 and also divide the right-hand side by 15. Now 15 here, 1, 15 here, 1. So on the left-hand side, we'll be left with x, while on the right-hand side, 15 here, 1, 15 and 75 will give us 5. So our x is 5. The value of x is 5. That is what that means. Now, let's go to the other side and solve for y. So all we need to do now is very simple. We are going to use the new value of x in equation 3 this time around. Use the new value of x, which is 5, in equation 3. So that means, looking at equation 3, we are going to replace x with the value 5. And that's going to give us our y. Let's get that done. So, use the new value of x in equation 3. That's it. All right. Equation 3 says y is equal to 13 minus 2x. So wherever we see x, we are replacing it with the new value for x, which is 5. So we rewrite. We have y equals 13 minus 2 times 5. So y is equal to 13 minus 2 times 5 is 10. So y is equal to 3. So we can conveniently say, therefore, that x is equal to 5 while y is equal to 3. So this is the solution for the pair of simultaneous, for the pair of equations that we have using the substitution method.